Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King. Happy Friday evening, and welcome to WRMK News 12 Evening Newscast. We have a lot of news to get to this Friday evening, so let's get started right now. First up, pedestrian struck by car in Bangor. On Thursday evening in Bangor, Maine, a pedestrian was hit by a car. Police responded to the scene just after 6:30 p.m., reporting a person had been hit by a car on Union Street near the intersection of 14th Street. Officials tell us they found a 46-year-old Bangor man who had been struck by a vehicle that had left the scene. The pedestrian was taken to a local hospital where he remains in stable condition. Officers are looking for the vehicle involved in the crash. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Bangor Police Department. The Shaw House in Bangor receives $1.1 million for renovations. The Shaw House in Bangor, Maine will be getting $550,000 in APRA funds to help complete renovations on the building. The Shaw House has been working with youth who are homeless or at risk of being homeless since 1991. The building has been around since 1902 and its need in significant pairs. The renovations are currently slated to take roughly about 18 months. Bangor Fire Department trains for water rescue operations. Yesterday, the Bangor Fire Department were spotted doing a training on water rescue operations near Union Street. The crew trained on rescuing both conscious and unconscious victims in icy waters. The training is standard and just one part of the bigger effort to help train the firefighters how to handle this kind of situation and be prepared for it. The Bangor Fire Department urges people to avoid thin ice and always inspect ice conditions as ice can change every few feet. Camden Winterfest returns Saturday. This Saturday, the Camden Winterfest returns. The 21st annual celebration of Winterfest is hosted by Camden Public Library with funding by First National Bank. Arctic Avenue will be closed to cars from 11 to 2 p.m. There will be so many fun activities to do, like ice carvings, a doggy fashion show, a pull and plunge, crafts, and story walk for kids. There will also be food from local businesses, with all the proceeds going towards the library in Harbor Park. For more information, you can visit Camden's Public Library's website or Camden Winterfest Facebook page. Concord Police warning residents about scam calls. 2 days ago, the Concord Police Department Facebook page, they posted a warning to residents about ongoing scam phone calls. Scammers have been contacting people and claiming to be members of the department or the Merrimack County Sheriff's Office and asking for money to pay fines. The Concord police officers or Merrimack County Sheriff's deputies said they would never reach out to anyone this way to cover the cost of violations or citations. Anyone who gets one of these calls should hang up and report it immediately. Man shot in chest in Manchester. Injuries are life-threatening, police say. Around 1:30 a.m. in the area of Blaine in Calvin Straits, a man was shot and suffered life-threatening injuries. Police did say witnesses at the scene were uncooperative and gave limited information. Anyone with information is asked to contact Manchester Police at 603-668-8711. Expanding criminal statute for enhancing a minor. The New Hampshire House wants to expand a bill and law prohibiting enhancing minors to engage in sexual activity. As of right now, the law currently makes it illegal to use electronic devices to enhance a minor. This new bill and law would make it illegal to do so in person as well. On Wednesday, the House Criminal Justice and Public Safety Committees heard testimony. New Manchester Mayor Jay Ross rode with the fire department unit. On Wednesday night, the new Manchester Mayor Jay Ross rode with the fire department. Jay Ross wanted to get better understanding on the challenges faced by first responders. Jay Ross said the ride-along provided valuable insight into the efforts being made to address the challenges facing the city, including substance use disorder, mental health crisis, and homelessness. Voter turnout for New Hampshire exceeds Secretary of State's prediction. On Wednesday, New Hampshire Secretary of State David Scanlon shared the numbers of the voter turnout for the 2024 New Hampshire presidential primary. That number was a record number of voters that took part in the New Hampshire presidential primary. David Scanlon said that there were 323,166 Republican ballots cast and 151,152 Democrat ballots cast. David Scanlon also said there are 873,357 total registered voters in New Hampshire. There are 267,768 registered Republicans and 254 registered Democrats. Another are 335 registered voters are undeclared. Sununu says calls for Haley to drop out of presidential race are crazy. New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu are pushing back against calls from some Republicans for Nikki Haley to drop out of the race for president. Last week, Sununu threw himself on the primary trail for Haley, brainstorming New Hampshire with his pick for president, even pulling out his Mustang convertible in the dead of winter, anything extra to give her a campaign boost. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into sports. In sports, the Boston Bruins, they had a game last night. That game went into overtime, and the final score of the game was Boston Bruins 3 and Ottawa Senators 2. Boston Bruins won the game last night. Congratulations, Boston Bruins. And the Bruins, they play tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. against the Flyers. Let's go Bruins. Hopefully they can win tomorrow's game. And Celtics, they had a game yesterday, and the final score of the Celtics game, Celtics 143 and Miami Heat 110. Celtics won the game yesterday. Congratulations, Celtics. And Celtics and Clippers, they play tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Let's go Celtics. Hopefully they can win tomorrow night's game. And that does it for this evening edition of WRMK News 12 Evening Newscast. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great evening. Good night and goodbye.